This is Samantha Stoltz, and today we're going to be looking at another video series with the Trace DS International Social Media Marketing Tips. Today we are speaking specifically on email marketing. And some of you may be thinking that email marketing isn't social media marketing, but it actually just coincides perfectly with all marketing for your community. So today, what I want to specifically speak on is MailChimp. And MailChimp is a free email marketing service. Free being the key word here. Like most of the other things that we've featured on this series, we like to keep things cheap or free because we want to be putting all of our monies back into the ministry. So first off, let's talk about the importance of email marketing. I'm going to assume that your community isn't just doing print newsletters anymore, that we're all using email marketing. Aside from just sending out community updates, as far as a newsletter goes, you can also use email marketing for a lot of other big benefits, such as announcements, timely announcements for your community, like filling out your prayer wheel, creating Palanca, showing up for some of the special events on the weekend, what time closing is, what time send-off is. These are all really important but timely announcements. So sending out something in the mail, it won't guarantee getting there in time. Another great way that email marketing is perfect for your community is it also sends out updates for your candidate applications and for your volunteers information. So if you want to send out a packing list to remind your team and your candidates what to pack for, your email marketing plan is a great way too. Now, in my community, we also use email marketing for a wide variety of things. Almost everything is automated. And when I say automated, I mean it's automatic. So if a candidate fills out their form online, they get an email that tells them what they're supposed to bring, what time they're supposed to come to the campground, what the address is of the campground, reminder, no cell phone, no watch. And then the sponsor also gets an email confirming that their candidate has officially signed up, and then it has all of their emergency contact information so that they can begin gathering things that are surprises for the candidates on their weekend. And then after the weekend is over, they're automatically added to our community database, and the candidate also gets an email reminding them about upcoming sequelas, upcoming reunion groups, and just a reminder of all of the ways that they can get connected in Trace DS after the weekend. So everything's all automatic, and that was all set up prior to them coming on the weekend, so all they have to do is fill out their form, and everything's automatically done. And that is all done through the power of MailChimp, and that's where we're seeing this keyword here, marketing automation, because that's what it is. It's an automatic automation. Once the candidate signs up, they're just in the system and good to go. So let's go ahead and just talk about some of the functionalities and features of MailChimp and the reason why they get our endorsement. So if we click over here on features, okay, great. So one of the big features of MailChimp is their awesome analytic process. So you can see very quickly how many people are actually in your database. I'm sure your community is constantly tracking that. How many pescadors do we actually have? And then it goes and takes it a step deeper. So you can see who's unsubscribed, who has bounced, and that means you sent them an email and their email no longer works, and so it's bounced. Cleaned up means maybe they edited their email or they unsubscribed because they're no longer interested in Trace DS, whatever it is. They do have the flexibility of unsubscribing. We can't just force them back in. And then you can see what months were good months for them to open up, and then MailChimp does take it a step further, and you can even track demographics, such as age or other interests that your pescadors have. So this is just a really great way to see what's working and what's not, and I strongly endorse this because sometimes you create an email and you think that this has a lot of great content, and then you look at the rates and it hasn't been opened or it hasn't been clicked a lot, and so you know, okay, maybe I thought that that was great content, but obviously my pescadors didn't, so I need to do something different that will grab their attention. So our prayer wheels always get really good traction, our testimonies always get really good traction, but our emails that ask for donations, those don't normally have as great traction as what we would like. Cool. Another thing that I really like about MailChimp is that it does have a mobile app. So if you want to create a campaign, which is a campaign equates to an email, that's just their name for email, you can create this email on your mobile phone. So if you're sitting at a board meeting and the chairman says, can we get a reminder to all of the community that says, reminder, come to the annual meeting? You can draft up that email from your mobile phone during the board meeting and draft it and then send it out before the board meeting's even over. So that is a really beneficial, quick way. And then the last, and I think most important, MailChimp has the flexibility of using a drag and drop editor. So I know HTML coding, and one of the biggest pushbacks that I hear from people is, okay, but what if I don't know code? What if I don't know how to custom build email templates? That's okay. This means the layman can build an email and it looks just as beautiful as if I did it and I know code. So what this uses is a drag and drop CMS, and that just means that anybody can take one of these widgetized areas, so an image or a text or a boxed in text, and they just have to click and drag it over, and that content will become editable on their email template page, and it looks beautiful, and they can add images and text, and it makes it all look pretty, because what we don't want is just an email that looks like a Word page, like someone created something in Word and just pasted it in. That looks really janky and looks kind of like the 90s, and we don't want that. We want things looking contemporary and clean and 21st century approved. So MailChimp does a really great job of making it so anyone can build an email, and it doesn't matter what level of expertise you have, it can look beautiful too, just by using this drag and drop editor. And then let's say I have an image and it's way too big. So this is a really small image here, and I take a huge image like this and I try to drop it in here. MailChimp will size it for you and it'll tell you, hey, reminder, this actually needs to be cleaned up, and it helps you size images according to the correct perspective on the email. So that's just great. That's mind-blowing. That's way better than it used to be a few years ago. So between the reporting, the easy to use templates, and you can build beautiful email templates without knowing anything about coding or design, and then it syncs with all of your social media pages. MailChimp is just a great way to create great looking emails for a very affordable rate. So I just wanted to give a high level drop of what's to come for MailChimp. We're going to dive deeper into how to set up beautiful emails, how to segment and target specific people, like just the men on your community, or just the women, or just the women in this area for this upcoming reading group. Whatever it is, we can do all of that through MailChimp, and we can do it all free up to a certain amount of subscribers. So that's the wrap up for MailChimp and email marketing. Stay tuned in the next couple of weeks for more in-depth, deeper dive into MailChimp and how to set up your emails, automate them, schedule reminders, and track the analytics. I look forward to connecting with you later.